Yo, it is I, the Bee Man, and I just wanted to say something real quick. I'm playing GDX in the back because Relic rework, but this is more mature content here because obviously the topics here are gonna be more mature, and I can't see nothing. So I'm playing GDX on like a half screen, but the topics I'm gonna be talking about are more mature, right? So if you're like a little kid, you're a little kitty, don't you be watching this. But with that said, PARLO situation. Now, normally I don't really care about Roblox drama, but this is one thing I wanted to talk about because I knew something wasn't quite right with PARLO. I've always hated PARLO. I've hated him, hated him with a passion, a burning passion. Hold on, let me actually see reworked Relic here. Archer, Warden, cool. So now I'm gonna get a Golden Juggernaut. I'm gonna go longer range just for quick DPS. There we go. Alright, now. The Relics and the Golden people should be with. Now. I've always hated PARLO. Ever since, I actually used to be a fan of his. I'm like Syndrome. I used to be a fan of his. I used to love his content. And I used to think, he was a great guy who would expose the bad people in the Roblox community. Yeah, well, I don't think that anymore. I actually despise him now. Because guess what? Let me tell you something about PARLO. When I was, a few years ago back, when I loved his content, I actually joined his Discord server, right? And so and turns out this man, PARLO, I was in a public VC, and he joined the VC while I was in there. So I was like, oh my god, it's PARLO. I'm going to talk to him. I want to see, blah, blah, blah. I'm a big fan of this. So I was, literally all I wanted was for him to talk to me and like have maybe a little conversation, acknowledge me. And every single time I tried to talk to him, he would blow me off. And I'm not even acting like, I would just pester him constantly. I think I asked him 4 times total in the hour. So it may be pestering for a person like him, but for, any normal person who cares about their fans, let me interact with my community that loves and supports my content. Nope, not PARLO. Because this man would just blow me off. And he said, oh, yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. And he was screen sharing. And he was literally just scrolling on Twitter. Bro. So that left me with a bad taste in my mouth since, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe that was not a good day for him. So, a few days later, PARLO ended up having his little fiasco with one of the creators, where the creators had been, doing whatever, something bad, and PARLO had accidentally shown on his stream, cropped cheese pizza, which is, if you know, you know. Terrible thing. And I was in the VC at the time watching the stream, and I'm like, he accidentally just showed that cropped cheese pizza. Crops, I don't have monetization. Crop CP. And, so everybody was like, yo, where? And I gave him the timestamp on the stream. And then after that, I was banned, permabanned from the Discord server for, unjust slander of character and false accusations on PARLO. Bruh. I can tell you, bruh, I was like Syndrome. I hated him ever since. And to see he's being exposed for actually being a really, not a really, really bad person, but like kind of a scuffed person, and also kind of weird, that just brings, it's a white tear, let me chill, a tear to my eye, because we gotta be serious, remember? This is a serious situation, we gotta be serious. But that, it just brought some joy to me. And I'm so happy, because I always knew that he was he was bad. I didn't like him. He left a bad taste in my mouth. And then ever since, his voice annoys me so much, by the way. Now that I'm like older than I was then. Because that was like a decent bit ago. I'm not going to say how long ago, but like a good bit ago. right? Like, his voice, I can't listen to his voice without being pissed off. Like, he just finds a way to piss me off every time he speaks. So we're gonna watch this video by Guamgo. Guamgo, please don't kill me. And basically, we're going to, you know, listen and think, just everything with the Parlo situation, because, you know, it's pretty bad. I can't lie, it's pretty bad. There we go. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna watch Parlo's career fall. Not even fall, but like, you know, we're gonna watch him get cooked, basically, by everyone, which I would love. I love it. So yeah, we're gonna go. Let's go. Child safety guidelines, all that, all the jazz.
Before I begin this video, I want to clarify that this isn't just a commentary video or some kind of news coverage. This is coming from someone who's been close friends with Parlo for nearly 3 years, and after everything that surfaced a couple nights ago, I've made the decision to completely cut ties with him.
Good. Good. I don't think after that, I don't think he should. Oh, what's going on with my computer? Hold on, my computer's bugging out. Yes, Malevolent Shrine wallpaper. I wouldn't want to be friends with a guy like that. Overseer and Seraph. Okay, so let me get relics. Really hope Mark 1 combat doesn't decimate my armed forces. We're actually gonna go a minigun over here. And get Uber charge over there. Now, anyways, so yeah, good. I don't really know how anyone can associate with him after this, but we'll get to that.
Good, and in this video, I intend to explain why. Before I get into everything, please like this video, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on this whole situation, because I genuinely am wondering what people have to say about this, especially if you were a fan of Parlo's. I want to start.
Was a fan of Parlo. I hate him now, so I'm happy.
Off this video by explaining what happened and what led to all of this happening. On November 9th, 2 Google documents dropped, one from Parlo and one from someone known as Internet Adjacent or Wolfgang. Both went into disturbing detail about their relationship and—
Yes, the number one issue I have about this, and that a lot of people have about this, is that this document, right, that Parlo made was basically a 75-page word porn. Because the amount of disturbing detail he goes in on the whole situation, you're releasing this publicly. This is not a police report. This is public information that you are willingly releasing. And to your audience of very young children, most likely, that can see this and be like, you know? So, yeah. It's not that good, I have to say. Not that good, bro. Sometimes you just gotta. Okay, hold on. Let's kill the revive play doctor because I can't focus until he's dead. There we go. All right, now, back to Medical Me Maxia. All right. So, yeah, like this is. Also, canonical Parlo bottom. I just find that funny. Do you still want to try that? And he's like, my God, I don't know if I'd be able to. Oh, my computer's bugging out again. There we go. Nope. My robot's frozen. Oh, hello. My whole computer is now. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Oh, what is going on here? Well, that would have been nice to know. Oh, wardens, get him. Oh. I don't know how the warden ended up on the other side of him, but... Alright, now, back to the video. Yeah, so it's, quite frankly, just...
what supposedly happened between them in person. Originally, Parlo wanted me to make a video defending him to help, quote-unquote, tell his side. But after reading through everything myself, I just can't. What's in those documents really changed how I see him, and after knowing him for almost 3 years, I couldn't be more disgusted with his decision to make all of this public. Before any of this blew up as it did, I started a major argument with Parlo about it. I told him to keep it private and to take down—
let me pause this real quick so I can max relic. That's $1 million. Okay.
Down the documents immediately, because this would not end well for him. At that point, I didn't even realize how bad the document really was. I just knew that turning a situation this serious into public drama was the worst move he could have made.
Exactly.
As it
Keep
was
it private.
Situation or private situation.
Yes.
Instead of actually
not
listening
everything.
to me.
He's chronically online is an issue that a lot of people have with him, and I also have with that with him. He doesn't understand the difference between reality and fiction at this point. Because he will take the most minuscule detail, and you know, I'm not even surprised, because for a person that's in drama, petty drama every 4 seconds, I'm not even surprised that he's chronically online. And it's just unfortunate, because let me get the golden juggernaut going so we can get 2000 DPS, 2600. Now, oh, my DPS. You killed my DPS, you bum. But now, oh, avatars. Let's kill them. Summons. Can we not shoot my towers, please? Hold on, let me just spam a bunch of bottom about the golden juggernaut, and then I'll keep talking. See, I was originally gonna make a video like just reacting to it so I could talk more, but like I think it's better to get gameplay in to entertain people, and also because I wanted to test out the reliquary work. But anyways, yeah, and then Parlo is so mentally unstable. Like, he will, I'll get into this in a little bit, because there's a point in the video, but he is just, like, you don't agree with him, he'll have a meltdown, basically. And he'll try to bully people into, like, being below him. Because that's the thing about Parlo. Parlo loves having control over other people, which is interesting considering he's the bottom, but I digress. We're not going to talk about that because that's besides the point. I just got to keep this a little bit more lighthearted. Thing is, he loves control over other people. Like, he will do anything just to make himself seem all high and mighty compared to someone else. That's why he's in so many dramas, because he can't handle someone else having a viewpoint different than him. Everybody needs, or he can't handle someone else having, you know, more fans than him. Everybody needs to follow him. Oh, unstun everyone. And then, yeah, we have everything. Like, he needs to be in control at all times. There's no Parlo will, like, melt down. Even the slightest, like, form of control is, like, lost. My mobsters. $7,200 DPS, by the way. EDJ's dead. Let's get Max Relic. Boom, Max Relic, guys. Every mobster I own is dead, but I'm just gonna replace them. And not that one. There we go. Now, what's going on back here? Oh, avatars. Whoa. Okay, hold on. He looks cool. Let me go back to the PARLO Situation.
He snapped at me, called me, and said he was the biggest victim out of everyone, more than Schlepp.
He called you that very mean word.
That's when I realized
that I
he
can
didn't care about
say, but I'm not gonna say it on YouTube.
He wanted control. Up until then, I'd still.
Yes. Parlo is a control freak. He always needs control over the situation. Also, I read in that tweet, or in that little. I swear to God, if my computer does some stupid shit like that one more time. Sorry. I don't know if you can see this in the recording, but my computer's like being weird. Or it's like the tab is freezing and then only the places where I move my mouse can be seen without it being frozen. It's very weird. I don't know how it works, but it's a thing. But anyways, yeah, Parlo he needs control.
I've been trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but the arrogance and lack of empathy he showed in that argument told me everything I needed to know. And when that document fully came out and when I actually took a look at it, I understood why he was so defensive. Because it wasn't just a statement. It was a 75-page dump of content where Parlo went into level details about his life. Reading that was disgusting. Not
It
just because
was.
of what he wrote.
I didn't
but
read
because
the
he
whole
knew
document
exactly who
myself
his audience was.
for good
Mostly
reason.
minors,
Also,
and he still posted it anyways.
You're really
That's
cool.
when I knew that I couldn't defend him anymore.
Yes,
That's why I'm
he
making
doesn't
this
deserve to
video.
be defended.
The
He
first thing I
deserves
want
to
to talk
be called
about is
out.
the GoFundMe that Parlo made. The screenshots.
This. Oh my god, if I could talk to Parlo right now, and I'm not even saying this to like act tough, I would stand on business. Because if I could talk to Parlo right now, oh my god. Bro. This guy. So basically, right, I'm gonna explain it before he does, because I have my own things to say about it, and oh my god, my computer's doing the thing again. I'm just gonna full screen this, because I want to talk about this for a sec. The things that Parlo did was basically he made a GoFundMe, which is, usually for people who, are facing a bit of issues with financially and they need a little bit of support. Oh my god, he's getting fried. Let me actually, like, get money here. Grumbles. Alright. But, normally for people who need financial support, whether they're going through something or whatever. And, Parlo makes the GoFundMe saying, oh yeah, because he originally got, I think he got arrested for something. Like, falsely. Allegedly falsely. Allegedly truthfully. We don't know. Well, I mean, I don't know, because I don't stay up to date on Roblox drama, because I'm, like, I don't care enough. But, yeah, so allegedly, we're gonna drop him in. Phantom Overseer? What's that? Oh, shoot him. Oh, he's just a runner. That's cool. So I can just drop in an Overseer when I need to. That's cool. Herculean. So, yeah, GoFundMe. And then he was like, oh, because the people who had been arrested him, I guess. Oh, he says, I also hate how he. Oh, get on my face. I hate how he words everything. He words everything to make himself sound so high and mighty all the time. And it pisses me off. Like, he's like, oh, these people are witch hunting me. Like, bro. You don't gotta say, like, just say they're hunting you down over the internet. Anyways, gonna go Uber on you. You. EDJ. But, oh my god, Overseer Prime is cooking up. Hold on, Overseer Prime versus Eradicator Mark IV. Let's go. Well, actually, 2 Overseer Primes. Oh, book it, bro. This gets instantly deleted. And my defense also got instantly deleted. Because EDJs do not have enough health to survive a lot of endless, which is a shame. Because normally you would Uber them, but I don't feel like microing my medics, if you want me to be completely transparent. Now, this GoFundMe, sorry, I'm getting called off track every 5 seconds. But the GoFundMe was for, people who, yeah, I already said that, blah, 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 blah. You get the point. But Parlo decided he wanted to use the GoFundMe to, instead of, he was like, oh, I need this money for rent, food, services, so I can, or like, extra money so I can sue them, blah, 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 right? And then what he does with his money is he spends $2,000. He got donated thousands of dollars, I think, something like that. But he spent roughly $2,000 on a new gaming computer. Spent like around $500 to $800 on a new phone, and then proceeds to spend $1,000 on a gay booty call in London. Yes, a gay booty call in London with another YouTuber who I don't know the name of, internet something. But that's the person he's having this drama with. And they meet up and they hook up. So quite literally, he spent $1,000 on a gay booty call, which I'm not shaming him for being gay, because as you know, on the Bee Man channel, we support all races, ethnicities, and who's the one wants it. But like, and then he has the audacity to talk about some Oh, my dad had hold of my funds. And he starts playing some pick-me card like, you know, I believe I'm physically incapable of making decisions for myself. Then why do you make decisions for yourself? If you believe you're physically incapable of it, why do it? Anyways, Overseer Prime's cooking up. And there he goes. Oh, cool. Right? And he still proceeds to... Then you need to get off the internet if you believe you are physically incapable of making decisions for yourself. Because the internet is not a place for little babies who can't make decisions for themselves. You are a grown man. And right now, I am acting more mature than you. You need to take a break from the internet, because we all know you're chronically online, because you're in a drama every 5 seconds, which is not healthy. And you should not be in a drama every 5 seconds, because that's not very good for your mental state. And also, I just have permanent goldness. Anyways, we're gonna sink our teeth in. I'm not realizing the medics have a huge gap in the center. Can we not? I don't care about drivers and updates. I killed him that fast? What? Hold on, how powerful is this tower? Because I was getting ready to, like, use baits and stuff. And then he just insta-died. Oh, okay, he's already at half? Wow, this tower is powerful. And then he's dead. Like, what? Sorry, let me get back. But yeah, we're gonna continue.
Seeing on screen right now are from Wolfgang's document, and they show something completely unbelievable. Around late September, Carl launched a GoFundMe claiming he needed money for legal fees, food, and rent. He told me the same thing privately, which is why he asked me to promote it in my video about his disappearance. He said he was facing possible litigation and still dealing with his temporary arrest during the dupe situation, and I believed him. I'd been helping him behind the scenes for months, compiling evidence, organizing files, and doing work for free to save him legal costs. But just a week later, he used that same money to fund a trip to London, a trip that was explicitly in nature. Evidence shows Parlo sent over $1,400 to Wolfgang, with $1,100 being for the plane ticket and the other $300 being for the passport and other fees. All this was happening while Parlo was still collecting donations from fans who thought they were helping him pay rent or legal bills. When people started calling him out, Parlo claimed that the GoFundMe money came in after the trip, as if that made it okay.
Yeah, that doesn't.
That's not
then
how
you just blow all your money, knowing that you'll have a backup, like, helpline with your money a little bit later. Right? That's not. That doesn't make it any worse. So Overseer Prime is cooking, and this tower is incredibly crazy. And you can summon tower. Oh my god, this tower is like everything. Alright, now let's get. Actually, I think one max magical will almost suffice, because all this. Yeah, but oh my god.
Works. Once you start asking people for donations, all your finances matter. You can't claim to be broke and begging for help while also blowing your own money on luxury trips and hookups. It's the same pool of money, and how you prioritize it says everything. What makes this even worse is that he hadn't paid his editors in almost 5 months and was still asking friends like me to handle his work for free. Meanwhile, he bought a new gaming laptop worth around $2,100, or about 1,600 sterling as he said, and a brand new phone which is probably around $500 to $800. Normally, that wouldn't be a problem, but when you're begging strangers for money to stay afloat, that's not a good look. I even offered to help him make money again by letting him upload on my channel while his was still locked. But instead of being responsible, he spent thousands on technology and a trip. We even finished a few videos together that I've now completely canceled because there's no way I can in good faith feature him on my channel after all of this. And just to update, after a lot of arguing, Parlo finally admitted that the GoFundMe situation was bad and supposedly planned to refund donors. But that doesn't change the fact that he only realized it after a massive argument and a public meltdown. He even started a fight on Twitter with Tanuki Alex, calling the whole situation nothing burger when she was completely right to call him out. And before getting into the rest of the document itself, I need to explain how I first heard about all of this, because what Parlo told me back then and what I know now are two completely different stories. About a month ago, Parlo messaged me privately claiming he'd been by Wolfgang
Now
that he had
everybody's gonna die.
during
I'm
their
actually
meetup.
gonna Uber.
He told me Wolfgang had snuck into the
Yeah.
shower with him, scrubbed his back, and that things got freaky without his consent.
Can I wash your
didn't judge him
back?
for being gay or anything like that. I just took it at face value, and he made it sound like a serious. But after reading the actual DMs and screenshots Parlo himself included in his document, that version completely fell apart. The messages show Parlo openly flirting and initiating things.
Exactly, and then you're gonna claim someone is a assaulter, let's say, and then you literally provide evidence yourself that he is not. Like, what? Parlo. I think you need to make a serious reconsidering of your decisions, like coming this far. Also, I really hope the Apex Predator didn't kill mine. Spent $3 million. I only have 9 medics, so that's not right. We're gonna have 1 medic here. And then grab another full medic here. Another max medic here. And finally the last max medic right here. There we go. Now,
You want my talk, I cannot lie. And I might be a little, but you have to
is
be
he
down.
saying it like that?
These aren't
Sorry.
messages from someone being, they're from someone who's
Bah, or
fully
bah,
aware
my
and
bad.
willing. Parlo's
Yes.
own writing describes Wolfgang entering the bathroom and the shower while he looked away uncomfortably, but nowhere does he say he told Wolfgang no.
You know,
And later on Dicker's live stream, he even admitted that there was never any clear
who's
communication of him
Dicker's
saying
live
no.
stream?
Looking at it now, it's obvious that this wasn't some one-sided. It was mutual, messy, and embarrassing, not criminal. Parlo only started calling it afterwards, seemingly because it didn't go how he wanted or because Wolfgang wasn't what he expected. What really pushed it over the edge was that both of them decided to make this private situation public. Parlo's 75-page document goes into level detail, writing about and objects used during.
Yes,
Even
this
including
friggin'
censored
Cinderella. And then
literally
he
talks
changed
about
his
using a purple
Twitter
glitter toy
banner
named
to Cinderella.
and describes in
Like,
detail what he did
that
with it,
obviously means
just
that
putting
he
it in
didn't
his no-no square. He added captions about
me.
objects, all labeled as evidence. This document wasn't made for authorities, by the way. Parlo made this in order to release it to the public.
Yeah,
Within
so,
48 hours, that document had 80,000 views from just one tweet. Parlo even included a personal note like, I don't think I've off in like 4 or 5 days, which is just insane to include in a document.
We do not
sharing with
need
an
to
audience
know
of
that.
mostly minors. Just to be clear here, Wolfgang is not innocent, but Parlo's choice to release something this personal to the public is beyond irresponsible. He labeled it as transparency, but it is not at all. It's self-exposing, degenerate, and completely disconnected from reality.
Yes.
This should have stayed private, never made public. Before I get to the argument that I had with Parlo, there's something in his
Also,
document
Calamity,
that
can we
also
not,
seriously needs
like,
to be
kill
addressed
everything
because
I
it
own?
shows
We're
how
gonna put a golden
hypocritical
juggernaut
he
right
is.
there, and he's gonna
On
fall.
page 19, Parlo
Oh my
brings up the
god, my
situation involving Yixalo, also known as Avalon, same person, just a different username, and he wrote that Yixalo was probably known to have been 17, turning 18 on September 30th, 2025, and that Wolfgang knew this. Parlo even included his exact birthday, and claims that just 2 days after Yixalo turned 18, Wolfgang started sending unsolicited and getting in DMs, supposedly making him feel pressured to respond.
This
The part
thing.
that makes this so bizarre is that Parlo was right there. He admits it all happened in a small group chat that included him, Wolfgang, Avalon, and
So
3
why
other
didn't you
accounts
do
that
anything?
conveniently censored in the
Now
spreadsheet.
you're just revealing
So
because it's
Parlo knew
convenient
exactly
to you.
what was going on and could have spoken up or stepped in, but he didn't. He even admits that Wolfgang created another chat named Oktoberfest that was literally meant to plan a 3-way between them. And in that
Degenerate
chat,
activities.
Wolfgang sent furry art and photos
Yes,
of
like,
himself dressed as
bruh.
a femboy, even full just 8 days after Avalon turned 18. So if Parlo really thought that this was wrong, why didn't he say anything back then? Why didn't he leave,
Precisely.
report it, or confront Wolfgang? Why wait to include it in a 75-page document like it suddenly mattered when it could be used to make him look better? He even tries to frame it as calling Wolfgang out, but all it really shows is that he sat there, watched everything happen, didn't intervene, didn't care, not until it became useful to him. Honestly, reading this
Can you not
section
kill
felt
half my
like
tower,
watching a
and you
twisted
killed my
back and
relics,
forth
you bum, I
between two
hate you.
people who did really horrible things, like Jeffrey Epstein versus Diddy.
I'm so
After seeing
what? So I was like half listening, and then all I hear is just that. Remember, I have like the little Subway Surfers gameplay. Get him, Valkyrie. Good. Anyways, Calamity's dead. Now I could, if I wanted to, just be like, yo, Calamity's dead, guys. Time to stop endless mode. But quite frankly, I just want to see how far I can get with the new Relic and Golden Juggernaut. And also till the video is really over. Or like, yeah, until this is over.
That I confronted Parlo privately, and I asked him why he hadn't said anything, why he thought making it public afterwards was somehow the right move, and that's when our argument started. Now about the argument I had with Parlo, I just wanted to understand what the hell he was thinking. From the very start, it was obvious that this whole thing should have stayed private. I couldn't wrap my head around why he thought it was a good idea to drop a document like that publicly, especially one filled with
yes, and he's a zoophile.
I first found out about everything through Twitter when both his and Wolfgang's documents dropped. I happened to be on call with one of my editors, planning another video for the next day. But once this blew up, we decided to go through it together. Parlo was in the group chat for my editor since he was supposed to help me out with my channel for a couple months while his own was logged due to the police taking his devices, and out of nowhere, he joined the call and told me he needed me to make a video defending him. At that point, I still thought it was just people lying about him, but as soon as I started reading, Parlo told me not to bother with Wolfgang's document and to just read mine.
Yes, because Parlo's always like, oh, they don't hear my side of the story. And then he proceeds to just try to completely, like, erase the other person's story from existence. Sorry, Parlo, you can't always be in control. That's not how life works.
Told him straight up that, based off of Wolfgang's document, the GoFundMe part looked really bad because it actually made sense, and I didn't even know he had done something like that. Instead of explaining anything, he snapped at me, called me a moron, a little bit less friendly, it started with an R, and told me to shut up and to get to his part, meaning his document. Now, I ended up continuing to read Wolfgang's document, and Parlo ended up leaving the call because he was going to go speak on another streamer's live stream to get, quote-unquote, his side of the story. He ended up joining the call back later, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now, once I actually got to Parlo's document, everything completely fell apart because it wasn't a defense, it was a 75-page graphic content that did not belong online. I told him exactly that when he joined the callback later, that it was disgusting, irresponsible, and would destroy his reputation. I also warned him that this kind of behavior doesn't just hurt him, it hurts everyone connected to him. I told him verbatim, dude, you understand this code to start affecting everyone who's associated to you, right? Because that's exactly what's been happening. Even while talking in live streams about the situation, because there's been 2 or 3 streams about the situation, people were already trying to drag me into it, saying that I knew everything or had all the archives, which is complete. I found out the exact same way everyone else did. Now, at about an hour throughout reading this document, Parlo ended up joining the call back again because the first stream ended, and we told Parlo exactly how we felt, we being me and a video editor of mine who is going to testify to the details I'm about to explain. Once Dial and I explained to Parlo what we thought about this document of his, Parlo completely lost it. He started calling us stupid, slow, and said that nobody would understand what
this guy, he's like,
told him straight up
Parlo's a
that nobody's
megalomaniac.
going to take you seriously once this gets out. He
Exactly.
kept spiraling, saying that he was the biggest victim, worse off than Ruben, Schlepp, or even me, and it was just a
Him thinking he's worse off than Schlepp is kind of crazy. Now, assuming this was real, it would be terrible. But Schlepp is being manhandled by a multi-billion-dollar corporation and winning. Saying you're worse off than him just because you're mad that people are like calling you out for being, this is a terrible spot, so I'm not even gonna bother. Like, it's 500x worse than you, Michaels, and Rubens. And Ruben Sim also getting manhandled by the same billion-dollar corporation. Like, come on. Parlo is, oh my god, I don't even.
On meltdown. Dial, my editor, was there for it all. Parlo rage quit the call, and that's when it hit me. He completely lost control. Now on screen, you're going to see Dial's testimony as to what happened. If you have any questions, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer any questions. Now, later on that night, he went live again on another live stream on Dicker's live stream. This time, this live stream is still up. You guys can go check it out.
6,300
And somehow, that live stream made everything worse. He doubled down, reading his entire document on screen, every detail, including the Cinderella part, like it was normal. Then, when people brought up the GoFundMe
Wave
again, he
100
fell
look.
apart because there's no way to justify using over $1,000 to fly someone out
For a gay booty call.
That was the breaking point. I knew I had to cut him off. After everything, the document, the live stream, the arguing, the gaslighting, I made my final decision and permanently cut Parlo off. I've known Parlo for almost 3 years, and he's not the same person from back then. Back then, he cared about his content and had some integrity. Now he refuses to take accountability, lashes out at anyone who questions him, and burns every bridge he crosses. I've given him more chances than he ever deserved, even back in 2023 when he ran a massive slander campaign against me, spreading fake claims saying that I streamed illegal content, which has been proven false numerous times. I still forgave him. I thought he could change, but this was the final line. I offered him work, tried to help him get back on his feet, defended him when no one else would. And this is how he repaid that, by dragging me into one of the most disgusting and reckless situations I've ever seen. When you post a 75-page document full of content and then attack the people who tried to help you, that's not poor judgment, that's self-destruction. I'm not saying this out of anger, I'm saying this because it's the truth. I cared about him as a friend, but what he's done is beyond repair. It's immature, irresponsible, and dangerous, especially when most of his fan base are minors. I just want to add on because I just had another conversation an hour after recording this video, and one of the things that Parlo said in that conversation was that he believes he is mentally incapable of making decisions for himself. And what this is showing me is that he needs to get away from the internet. He is not in a position where he's not supposed to have a platform. He needs to get off the internet completely and indefinitely. Before I end off the video, I do want to add another thing or two. If there will be any updates to this situation,
he does need to get off the internet. I think he just needs to stop.
Posts here, or I'll be saying something on Twitter. On screen right now is my brand new Twitter account. You guys can go follow it. It's going to be in the pinned comment. But thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys watching until the end. And like, subscribe, comment your.
Now that we're here, now that this video is done, I just want to take this opportunity to say more about my part without having you guys basically. I actually feel bad because I didn't talk enough, so I feel like I was kind of snatching, or I feel bad because I wasn't talking enough. So I was kind of like piggybacking off him, but I digress. Me when the Roblox YouTuber spends thousands of dollars on a gay booty call instead of exposing bad people. Get him. Bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum bum ba ba bum ba 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 ba. It's just a terrible situation. And I think Parlo needs to get off the internet for like a long period of time. Like, he's not the person you want to give a platform, which is a shame because on the internet there's a lot of bad megalomaniacal people that get popular and they don't know what to do with that popularity. Like, that's why I don't want to get popular, because I mean, I don't know what to do with 1,000 fans. Like, I don't want to be popular. I do this as a passion project. Like, I don't want to have to worry about, you know, my internet persona. Like, that's why I'm making this channel. That's why I'm saying all these, like, my full opinions. I don't gotta worry about nothing. And I'm still gonna do that, but I think it'll be more like, have more repercussions in the future. Because, you know, sometimes you say some politically incorrect, not even politically incorrect. Sometimes you say some things that go against what a lot of people believe. And, like, for example, I always disliked Parlo. Everybody loved Parlo. That's like a small example. Like, that's probably the most, like, you know, Roblox YouTuber being a megalomaniacal person. Who would have guessed? Even the Overseer Prime just absorbs the whole wave. Well, this is a new best. And he just got Hey, well. He just got adversaried on. Yeah, so in short, because I'm running out of things to say and talk about, Parlo should just get off the internet and not come back for a while.